In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now, because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code. With your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
All right, so we are back again on 90 News. It's hosted by Pete Ferrero, Melanie Rose, and Caitlin. How are you?
Us.
It's good to see you.
Hi.
I got to tell you, loved your video this last week. I thought it was some really good stuff.
Thanks. It was fun, and my son really elevated it by cranking up the music on our arcade, and I just worked it in. I was like, okay.
Well, I'm sure Cindy, somewhere in her life, definitely gave Brandon a lecture about music being too loud. All right, hey, let's bring on our friends here to get the show going. Here we have Larry Don Mullen, who is
roving reporter,
roving in Massachusetts, and of course
yes.
Charles Rosen,
Definitely.
who's roving on Karen's computer.
Yeah, I'm actually changing my name to Karen. There's too many people out there.
It fits you better than Charles.
Little lower profile this way.
So you're
Hashtag Chuck.
Now that I've been accused by my councilman of being part of a right-wing conspiracy.
Whoa!
How's that, Larry?
Yeah, no, that's out of the playbook. That's the playbook. They demonize you, Chuck. You're going to get that.
Exactly.
That's right out of the Santa Monica playbook.
My
that's
role
the first thing
is
they do.
My role.
Shame them.
That's right. Well, I'm going to be talking to people to get them to tell their stories, so that you can't say, "Hey, these are these crazy people down there." Ain't crazy. What's crazy is having 2,000 homeless people live in a 3-mile area, most of whom on the beach. Yeah. How would you like, Caitlin? You're from Florida. How many people sleep on your beaches every night?
Well, I live in Central Florida, but I do have to say we have a lot of homeless people that live in the woods around my house. So, and sometimes they're in our backyards, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, here in the Venice Canal, they're in
there
the front yard, and they usually have incendiary items with them. So, not good situation. But what is a good situation, of course, is 90 News.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Great segue.
I almost just went to a whole other level, but I'm glad that you did
too
that.
local.
Too local. Now, Larry, let's get to the big issues at hand. What happened to your internet wire? Do you want to share that?
Oh, no. We just, mistakenly, there were a low-lying wire to an auxiliary building, and I said, oh, God, it can't be anything important. And it was the internet wire. So it was something important. So now I've got to, hopefully, the technician's going to come out tomorrow and help me out. We'll see.
Well, maybe your subconscious is telling you to take a lower, profile.
Exactly.
Again,
I'm cutting the cord, Chuck.
That's it. I'm going off the grid.
But I still get cable TV. But no, anyway, life is good here. I'm happy to be on there. My dog is sleeping, and we're going to go to the beach very soon. Take a nice beach walk. It's beautiful weather.
Nice.
Had 2 big clamming sessions. I had a big clams casino night last night. Made up about 35 of them for guests, and that was just an appetizer. Things are good. Wish you all were here.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that dinner party invite.
Hey, Chuck, I wanted to ask you. I don't want to reveal the details of it, but Diane Kennedy sent us a beautiful email this morning. About something about being reconnected with Matthew Lawrence, and there was a very special thing that happened between the two of them. That's very personal in Diane's life, and Matthew helped her at a very critical moment in her life. And then they finally got reunited here on the podcast. This show is really doing a lot of nice things for that. Was that a nice email to read this morning? I wanted to ask you.
Yes, I thought it was, and I responded. What I said back is that if you guys saw the last podcast, I know you did, and this is kind of a tease to that. Is that you see these people, you see Matthew, you see Drew Kinney, you see Diane Kennedy, and you see their personalities and their warmth and their depth of knowledge about things that are not just having to do with their occupations, and it's why people would come on to I would get letters, I would get calls. You see it on our podcast about how nice it was to work on 90210 because there really were a lot of nice people.
Yeah.
Especially on our cruise. I mean, you've heard me joke before, singling out the one or two people who, got on everybody's nerves. We didn't have that after that, at least not in my years. I don't know, Lair, was 6 and 7, was it all copacetic? And
Absolutely. No, the crew is sweet. It was the same bunch. By the way, we're going to have Chris Connolly on next week. Chris Connolly started in season 2 as a PA, and then eventually became the associate producer all the way to the end. Yeah.
So cool.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of shows.
I think he's got a lot of stories.
270 shows.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he teased some stuff to me. That should be interesting.
So let's talk about that, Larry. Coming up this week, we're covering an episode from season 7 called Job.
Very controversial episode, Job. Yes. I wonder who the writer was. I have to remember. Oh, okay. Sorry. It was me. I know. But we actually introduce a new character and we get rid of one very suddenly. And there's a good story behind that. And and it's a lot of fun, that episode. It also features Chuck Uhlhauser, one of the great LA characters.
I knew Uhlhauser. I actually did something. I worked for KCET, did 2 documentaries for them. And we, with my friend Joey Kwong, when we did short little ones, 5-minute documentaries. I did 2 of them. Karen and I together, actually, I should say. We did 2 of them. And we were in the editing room, and then Uhlhauser walks in. They're in the old studio on Sunset Boulevard, which I think now might be a Scientology center or something. I think it is.
Oh, my God, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, he was a friend of Jason's, actually. That's how he was on the show.
Reason enough to go to Florida and live, near Caitlin.
Anyway, Job should be fun because the other thing, Pete, is we're going to have Kane McCoy. I feel pretty certain we're going to have Kane to play Tom Miller for 7 episodes.
Same.
And,
and then we also have Kim. What's her name? Kim. Oh, sorry.
Kim Morgan Green, who plays the MILF who seduces, it's like hashtag Steve Sanders. Like she kind of puts sexual pressure on him as a boss. And it's really should be a lot of fun. She was, I haven't seen it. I'm going to look up the show again, but I remember thinking it was a lot of fun. She was a really good sport.
Yeah, hashtag Steve too. You said to me in a text.
Yeah, hashtag Steve too. Hashtag Steve too. We always did Steve being falsely accused or being the reverse, discrimination.
Right. This is great. Has some. There's I think there's a Michael Douglas movie where it's similar, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He gets accused of sexual harassment. Yeah.
Yeah. Good
All right,
stuff.
well, I'm gonna sign off and send everybody away. And it's just great to see everyone's smiling face there. And Chuck, keep up the good fight. There's so much stuff going on. In what you're working on there, and there's people are ready for this. I think so. I'm sending my energy.
I'm having a meeting at noon. Actually, one face to face with my film crew, who I'm going to meet for the first time. So we'll get together. We'll like each other, and we'll go.
Good. Awesome.
Anyway, bye-bye, Caitlin. Great to see you out in Florida.
Bye.
Melanie in San Diego.
All right.
Bye-bye, sweetie. Take care.
Bye, Larry.
Bye.
All the news that's fit and lit. All the news that fits and
He got it in. Very nice.
Yeah.
If he takes off, you want me to take off? Am I done too?
I mean, we just wanted to ask you what you thought of this past week. How was the show this past week? And that's
the highlight was Caitlin's video.
Yeah.
Right after that, I would say the personality. It's I like all the people that come on our show, but these were people I really relied on. Mm-hmm. Diane Kennedy. I never had to think about one thing in that department. I never had to think about one thing in the art department. They would show me what they want or what they've got. In Diane's case, she would show Mr. Spelling the wardrobe because it wasn't a profound interest of mine. I just wanted it to be good.
Right.
So it wasn't something it was something I could, one of the things about being a showrunner is you learn how to delegate. And if you don't, you can burn out. Well, I burned out, but under a circumstance of 6.5 years and 5 years. Absolutely. And I delegated. So if I didn't delegate, who knows where I'd be.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, I like liked hearing from Drew, you know, his story of going to Mexico and taking those photos to construct the phone booth. And I love all that behind the scenes stuff. That was really fascinating.
I am
to me.
definitely going to ask Drew to do a Patreon with us and talk more about setups and locations and things like that.
We have Drew and Tom together do one.
Yes, I think
Yes.
that would be a lot of fun.
We're
And Jill,
two friends of the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I also like that point that Drew makes that, you know, he didn't have the internet. There was no internet. You needed something. And I never knew. And then I never knew it was that the Burbank library was geared to accommodate the research needs of the studios.
I didn't know that either. That was fascinating.
I you know, that was very interesting how you get background information on that. And, you know, I didn't get to say the one thing that was my least favorite part of the entire 2 episodes. And it was the art department, but I didn't, you know.
I didn't say that, yeah.
I would have really not liked that. Those just married again, because and the whole gestalt around the marriage. It was her 4th marriage, her 5th marriage. I don't know what.
That's right, 4th marriage.
People tend to be a little more subdued.
Yes.
So that little one on the back of the car seemed so. How do I say this nicely? Not Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right.
All right, man. Well, you're not going to be with us this week. You're going to see the Dodgers play and maybe manage from the stands.
I'm actually, yes. We're going to do a psychological consultant. Although, if you look at the LA Times today, you'll realize that we have 5 pitchers, all of whom we expected to be, you know, working hard, and 3 starters all on the injured list. When you got that, good luck. Just hold on.
For problems, yeah.
It's like us last season.
Well, and it's like the Lakers. I mean, they have no chance to really go anywhere in basketball this season. They all got injured. Injuries are a factor in everything.
That's it.
And it's not an excuse. It just is something that happens.
That's right. You do your best as a team to prepare for it, but, you know, what can you do sometimes, right?
That's it. All right.
All right, man. Good seeing you.
Fit and lit. Oh, no. He already took that. I got to figure it
You need a tagline. Yes.
Tagline. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Good seeing you, Charles,
right.
as always. See you.
Have a good time. We'll see you a couple of weeks. Bye.
That's right.
Bye, Charles.
All right. Later, buddy. All right. Good stuff going on there. Okay. Melanie, where are we going?
Well, why don't we open with some big Brian Austin Green news? Of course, if you follow him on Instagram, you've probably noticed that he is filming again. Are you going to show a picture or a clip first? What do you got?
I'm I am putting the clip. Give me one step. Okay.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
Here we go.
Yes.
Here is. I don't have the.
Yeah. So before we play it, I'll just give a little intro. So Brian is filming a new movie. It's a thriller. It's called Pacerville. It's starring Corey White. Comes out at the end of May, and he's filming up in Sacramento. So he's been posting a couple videos from filming and on set. So this is one of them.
Literally. So we're here in Sacramento, and we're shooting. Stadium. We're starting to shoot. We've been here for a few days. The location we've had some issues with, but we start shooting soon. This is super exciting. It is a cool project. So fun little independent film that we're doing called Pacerville. Some people have read about already. If you haven't, love it. Look at Brian. I can read, man. Read social media. I don't understand. That's what social media is for.
He's so funny.
Yes, love
but
that.
it's a movie about. I think it's a movie about COVID. I'm pretty sure I read.
It says a new feature film inspired by the pandemic. That's all it says. So yes, it's COVID related. Beyond that, I don't have a full synopsis, but luckily it's coming out at the end of May, so we will all know very soon. Since we'll all watch it, since we all love Brian.
I love Brian. I know. Caitlin?
I'm trying to find something on it, and I got distracted by somebody leaving a review for a movie theater asking about charging a lot of money for crappy popcorn.
The internet is just full of rabbit holes.
Very easily distracted.
Do you love
Same.
Brian?
Do I love Brian?
I think she does.
Yes.
Of course.
I love everybody from the show. I really do.
Same.
I'm obsessed with Shannon.
It's funny, like after watching those 2 episodes this week, I was like, geez, she's so fucking good. You know, I mean, Jenny is so good too, and you know, the crossover, that was a lot to sort of manage. I imagine as an actor being like, I'm on 90210 and I'm also on Melrose Place.
Yeah,
that must have been a lot. But
it was weird to see her, David, and Steve and Donna. It was weird to see them in Melrose Place because they're like high school kids, and Melrose Place is like post college.
Yeah,
such a contrast. And then I always forget that you actually see Steve at the Melrose pool, and you're just like, this is weird. This is wrong.
He does not belong there.
No, no, but it's
and even the Jenny crossover to me. In terms of like Jake being on 90210, it feels great. But like Kelly being in that world, I don't know how that feels now looking back on all.
Yeah, it feels kind of seedy, to be honest, especially if you know what happens in the later seasons of Melrose. You're just like, what are you doing there, Kelly?
Yeah,
I never watched Melrose. God, I'm so lost.
I only watched the first 4 episodes.
I'm on the 4th season.
Yeah.
So I started watching it last year because of COVID, and I love it. But it is a completely different machine than 90210. Totally. It is season 5 90210 is comparable, but I think that was it. That was like the crazy season, at least in my opinion.
Interesting. We'd love to get your feedback on the Melrose Place 90210 thing. I just added this to the rundown, Melanie. We want people's feedback on
great
what they thought of the 90210 kids being on Melrose Place.
I felt bad for Kelly because Jake breaks her heart, but
Beverly Hills 90210 show. Let us know what you think.
You know, it's interesting. We had a question about the crossover to Melrose Place from the 90210 characters in our trivia that Sherry and I had done a couple weeks ago. And, you know, an interesting Melrose Place crossover. And speaking of trivia, Connie won. Shout out to Connie if she's listening. Congratulations on being our trivia queen. Hey, you know what? Speaking of 90 News, we've covered this before, but Jenny is going to be in a Lifetime movie on June 12th at 8 p.m. It's called Left for Dead, the Ashley Reeves story. Lifetime's doing a whole summer series of movies based on true stories, and Jenny is starring in one of them. So mark your calendars, June 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Lifetime.
I'm looking forward to that. I always love seeing what the cast is up to.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch?
It's always fun to see them in different things, too.
Yes.
Are you going to watch the Ashley Reeves story? I'm curious, Caitlin.
Me? Yeah. I'll have to I don't have cable. I'm purely streaming, so I'll have to find a way to get it because Lifetime is Lifetime.
God, I love Lifetime movies, like TV movies growing up when I was younger. Yeah. I lived for like ABC Sunday night movies. They were so bad, but so good. I love that stuff.
My favorite thing to do is when I go on like vacation, that's when I watch Lifetime movies and murder mysteries, stuff like that.
Yes.
Like when I'm at Disney World, my kids passed out. I have nothing else to do. And there's cable. I don't have cable at home. So my husband's like, why are you watching this? I'm like, I'm on vacation, so I'm going to watch this really awful movie. It's great. I want to star in one.
Well, that's very possible.
Yeah. Right? I mean, given your reenactment skills, it's just one extra step.
Fun. Like, I want to do something absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I watch a lot of the dark murder stuff too. Do you watch any of that?
I know Melanie does.
I love murder.
Melanie loves murder.
Yes, I do. I love falling asleep to Unsolved Mysteries on Pluto with Robert Stack. His
you watched that one? Yeah,
soothing voice calming me to sleep. But any of the other murder things, like Murder Amongst Mormons, I just watched. That was pretty good. I'll watch them all. I love murder.
What about the Hotel Cecil?
Oh, I did watch that too. It reminded me, is that based on American Horror Story, the hotel season? There's a lot of similarities between those two locations. But anyway, we're a little off topic.
Yeah, big time. Oh, and then what about that other one, The Night Stalker? Did you watch that?
I did. I loved The Night Stalker. I love them all.
I'm going somewhere because Kathleen sends me all these fun ones to watch. And so speaking of Kathleen.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that segue, Pete. A+, man. Yes, Kathleen posted this on Instagram. Those are some of her trailer essentials. Of course, you got the BioFreeze in there. Big fan of BioFreeze and sore muscle gel. Wow, she must be really struggling with the sore muscles.
But that's awesome that she posted something from set.
Yeah, she needs a massage. It sounds like, get some hands on those knots.
Jeez. Okay.
You're making Pete nervous over there.
I'm not. I'm just.
I meant from a qualified massage therapist.
I'm just doing the news this week.
And Pete's Googling, where can I get certified to be a massage therapist?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right. Wait,
All
you
right.
also back to Jenny for a quick second. And you gave me this too. What's that?
Oh yeah, you know what I did? That was the Throwback Thursday photo she posted her first time on Rodeo Drive, and she referenced that she had no idea at that point how big an impact the 90210 zip code would have on her life. So, and can we just recognize her like bangs and like the curly hair? Like, what a different Jenny look, right?
Yeah, it's Heather
works.
Locklear 80s vibes.
Totally.
Yes. The denim, I mean, everything about it.
She looks completely different. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, whole different look.
Melanie, what's this?
Oh, you know what? This was something Larry was going to talk about. So this is our friend Lilia Kim. She was one of our Planet 90210 representatives for Russia. She actually lives in the U.S. now, and she just became a U.S. citizen. So we just wanted to shout her out and say, congratulations, and it's awesome. And we love to see our Planet 90210 people, doing great things, and this is no exception. So thanks to Larry for sending us this so we could highlight it.
Speaking of
highlighting things.
Oh, the Planet 90210. We haven't played it in so long. I just love that. Here, wait one more. Oh God, I miss that so much. You got to bring it back. Hey, Larry wanted me to plug this. I survived Story Slam 90210. We have a T-shirt in the store now. Listen, everybody who was on that needs to have that shirt. We don't provide it here.
Sorry, you must purchase with your own money.
Yeah, purchase with your, what is it? Show proof of purchase. I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Can I get a coupon? Gotta have coops, baby.
I wish.
Oh, yes. Woo! Okay. So this is Tori, and she was feeling cheeky, so she posted this on Instagram. What a great picture. Like, look at that butt.
What a great ass.
I mean, look at it. It's like perfect. I mean,
is that a Kardashian ass? Like,
I mean, it could be.
I mean, it's just like she owns the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her walking, she's just such a boss. That's amazing. I love that.
I wonder how many takes to get that perfect flow of that skirt coming off like that. Was it a one take, you think? Or
who took the picture? I want to know who took it.
That's a one take Tori. The picture looks amazing. Tori is a boss. She's a legend, and she just looks like it in that.
Yeah.
It's always good to see her doing things, owning things. Well, she's promoting a show, right?
Yeah, bigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
On BET.
Amazing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Love you, Tori. See you soon. Okay, now what do we have on this? And that was not a reference to something that's happening. See you soon. In case people were just wondering, I think that's just me just changing the topic.
Oh, yes. This was Lindsay. She posted this last week about the Alliance of Moms. It's foster care month. So she was kind of doing a little shout out to Mother's Day weekend coming up. And, beautiful picture as always. Lindsay looks stunning. But, that's my segue to wish all of the moms out there a very happy Mother's Day weekend. So enjoy your day. I think all of us moms deserve an extra special Mother's Day this year, given how crazy this past year has been. So, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Myself, Caitlin, all the moms. Pete's mom, all the moms.
All
the moms
and our 90210 moms, too. You know what I mean?
Yep. On screen and off screen, all the moms. So
the ones that were on screen, of course. Which one would you have liked to have been your mom if we were talking about the 90210 moms? I'm talking Cindy Walsh, Jackie Taylor.
Not Felice.
Felice Martin.
Fuck that bitch.
Well, which one would you want to be your mom, and which would you not want to be your mom-in-law? How about that? Yeah.
Oh my God, Felice!
Oh, she's the worst.
Oh my God.
I would have wanted Cindy to be my mom, but I would have hated it during those years. But looking back, I think I would have reflected and thought, wow, what a great mom. Because she really was. But, during like the tumultuous teenage years, I probably would have hated her. But she would be my pick.
My mom-in-law that I wouldn't want would be Val's mom. Because she has a lot of baggage and
issues.
Not my favorite.
Covering up the what had happened to Valerie and stuff, I would pick Felice over Val's mom. I guess we all want Cindy Walsh to be the mom, right? Or you know what?
Cindy or Jackie, honestly.
Or Dylan's mom.
Iris.
Yes. Iris is a mess.
Iris McKay. Yeah. Iris McKay would be very cool. She was free spirit. She would always give you like really good advice and stuff, you know?
I would get along really well with her because I'm super into crystals right now, and she's all about the crystals. So I have a shelf. I'm like, that's my Iris McKay crystal shelf.
I love that.
They're pretty. Yeah.
We'll try to get her on the show at some point too. So that's that one day, I know. All right. And then what else do we have, Melanie?
Well, do you have any more pictures? Let me just look on my list. Emma Caulfield. Let's shout out to Emma Caulfield. Congratulations to her and WandaVision, nominated for Best Show on the MTV Movie and TV Awards. Congrats. Emma posted that this week, and that's awesome. I still haven't watched it, but it sounds like, Caitlin, you've watched it. What are your thoughts on WandaVision? Do you love it? I
loved it. It was something different as a Marvel fan. It was different than you've ever seen from Marvel, but it was really great. Elizabeth Olsen is very talented. Everybody is talented, and it was really fun to see somebody from 90210. And also in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Nicholas Pryor showed up a couple times.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he played Baron Zemo's butler or whatever. And and I was like, that's the Chancellor, and it's like, good for him. Like, I am so happy to see him still out there doing stuff. And he knocked the couple of scenes he had great. It made me so happy.
You have Emma Caulfield Ford vibes a little bit. Yeah, like she's.
It's because we've got that like same body type, I would say.
Also, she's hilarious.
Fun energy. You're funny.
Yeah.
You're both
That's
really
what I was
funny.
referring to. Yeah, you're very funny. You're both very funny on Instagram. So just in different ways. But I love always checking in with her and seeing what you guys are up to on your Instagrams.
Yeah.
What else we got, Melanie? What do you got today?
You know what? That is it. We've covered everything. And so we'll be, working on our next show, which will be not next week, but the week after, our new every 2 week format.
I don't know what every 2 weeks means. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just, reminding people.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly. Yes, that's correct.
And it's been fun doing it this way. I think we're getting more news, more interesting news and all that, but we're missing some stuff. Like, I feel like we missed a couple of things from last week. So we have to figure that all out at some point.
Yes. And you know what? If you're watching and you ever want to send us a story, feel free to hit any of us up on social media. I'm at Media Melanie. Pete, of course, is Peter Ferrero, and Beverly Hills 90210 show. And Caitlin is Beverly Thrills 90210. So feel free to hit us up and share your news, and we'll cover it and give you credit for it.
And if you want to come on the news show.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know what? I still owe Maggie a news appearance. She was supposed to come on for winning the Love 90210 hunt, one of the things. So we'll get Maggie on sometime soon.
Me and Maggie want to do a table read together.
Ooh, I love that idea.
A dramatic table read.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my God, I love that.
All right, Melanie. So this has been the news this week. 90 News is done. What else do you have to say?
That's it. Everyone have a great weekend. Once again, happy Mother's Day. And with that, 9021 out.